high school student in Hilali School. Today I'm a member of the Youth Press Agency in order to cover many conferences and to report different opinions to the public notice. I'm glad to attend such an international gathering because it means a lot for me as a young Moroccan guy to be in touch with my environment and to be aware of the dangers of pollution in this context of culture and exchange.
Okay, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you so much.
And pulled the trigger and finally drank away her.
Hello,
Hello, how are you doing?
fine, and you?
My name is Salifia.
Uh-huh.
Salif.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm from Zambia, and
You're
it's nice. Yeah, it's nice to
okay.
meet this association, which is
The youth, the youth
the
press
youth,
agency.
the Youth Press Agency.
Okay, thank you. So the first question is, do you think that Morocco is up to realize this 22nd edition of the Cup?
I think it's possible. So far so good. The first thing that came into our mind when Morocco was told they are the one hosting was in terms of security. But being here, I think we've seen enough of security around. We're protected. We're not scared, and the facilities are fine. We're here at the Koidous, and so far so good. I think it's possible.
Okay,
It's
thank
possible.
you. So the second question is, do you think that such an event are just a diagnostic of our current situation, or it may have results in the near future?
How about your current situation, like how?
Our current a diagnostic of our current situation, just to know our environment, or it may have results in the near future and an impact in our society.
Firstly, I'll start by mentioning that the fact that Morocco is spearheading the fact of climate change is something which is very vital for the future generation. Because, like you yourself, I believe you're in high school, and there are a lot of
Okay,
other
yeah.
students. If they start what they're doing and they start involving the youth from high school, from primary school, and people grow up with this mentality of ecology in their heads, it will be possible in the near future. It will be very easy, and I feel like the impact will be positive, because if you see other countries, when you come to such conferences, the only people who are there are old people, and as they say, the future is for the next generation,
Okay.
and you and me are the next generation. So if we start participating now, I
So,
think
nice speech, nice
light.
speech.
Yeah,
Thank
there's
you.
light from for
Okay.
the.
The last question is, do you think that, because we all know that the developed country have boosted their economy by using blindly the natural resources, and when they arrived at the forefront of the development, they started to impose the safeguarding of the environment to the sub-developed country. What's your opinion about that?
Firstly, the goal to save the earth is really important. Meaning, yes, we have bypassed a certain CO2 emission, the whole world globally, and we need to set certain strategies to combat it. But as already statistics show, we have the United States, China, the European Union, which have over 60%
Obviously.
of emissions. Africa has about 4%. So I believe, as you said, it's not fair where somebody contributes 90% of the damage,
Exactly.
and we are supposed to, the efforts to reduce this damage, they're trying to make it equal. The thing is, that's why we're all here, for the corridors to negotiate
Okay.
how Africa, how Morocco will benefit from it, to negotiate what the European nations and what the United States and other nations will have to give us, so that this thing becomes equal. That's the whole purpose of the corridors, whole purpose of the Coupe 22 is to negotiate
Absolutely.
and to get a good deal for Africa.
Yes, absolutely. Thank
Alright,
you.
thank you
I
very
just
much.
wanted to say a last sentence is that with ambition and resolution, we're gonna succeed in our mission.
Alright, me too. I'm for Morocco,
Thank
I'm
you.
for Africa, and
Thank you.
we pray we'll get a good deal from the European Union and from the United States.
Yes, let's.
Hello,
Hello,
where are you from?
I'm from Grenada. It's a small island in the south of the Caribbean in South America.
Okay, so you're gonna do a conference in the afternoon, right?
Yes, conference on climate change and youth participation therein.
Okay, so good luck. I have a question for you. So, do you think that Morocco is up to realize the 22nd edition of the Cup?
It's 20 seconds. Well, that's a more political question, however, but I think that any country is able to meet up to the standards that are required if they just put certain measures in place. So far, I can see that Morocco and in Marrakesh, they're really trying to push forward this idea of taking measures to protect the planet. For example, you can see that they have recently implemented the world's
Exactly,
largest
exactly.
curved solar dish panels in Ouarzazate. I think it's the biggest in all of the world.
Yes,
Also, they're
absolutely.
taking in Morocco is also taking initiatives in helping sub-Saharan countries develop methods for themselves for achieving more sustainability. And apart from that, the way that Morocco has been one of the only Arabic countries to have maintained their heritage in sites such as the Medinas and the others, you see that still up to these days they're operating the way that they have back in the 18th century.
Okay.
No cars are going away. The Medina in Fez is the largest zone that emits zero carbon. So I think yes, Morocco is up to the
Okay.
standards.
Do you think that an event like the COP in the COI will be materialized in the future, in the
Now,
near future?
this is the issue because there has been 11 previous editions of the COI and 21 previous editions of the Cup. And so far, sadly, what has happened is that most people are just talking and things are not being implemented. I cannot say if it will be. I do hope that they will be because the world is becoming a place where the big nations just come together, talk, set out rules, and they force the smaller nations to implement them. This is something I hope would not happen. Perhaps now we will start realizing that it's really are those bigger countries that are contributing to world climate change and those other things, and they are the ones that should be taking into consideration the things that they are forcing on the smaller islands, on the smaller countries. That's what I think about it. So yes, I hope that the things that they discover here and they discuss here will be implemented,
In the near
but I cannot say for sure.
Okay, so we all know that today climate change, temperature difference, etc., are increasing, and we know that our land that has so loved us is waiting for a fatal tragedy, which is sinking in the factory smoke, nuclear waste, and so on. So we are here today to ensure that in the future there will always be birds singing in the trees, wolves shaking the oceans, polar bears dominating the Antarctic. So, in your opinion, what's the two best solutions to save our environment?
Two best solutions. I think that we should stop making it a business of the more you pollute, the more you pay. Why? Is this way. The countries that can afford it, they will continue to pollute and continue to pay because they are the ones that can afford it. However, they are the ones also that are contributing the most to the, the changing of the greenhouse effect and climate change. They just keep paying and they keep on polluting.
Yes.
However, the smaller nations, the smaller countries like developing countries in Africa and around the world, they don't pollute as much. But because they can't afford to pay, they are forced to downgrade the development they want for themselves. That's why they remain always developing because the taxes are so high. We need to get that away. We need to analyze things with facts, get it down onto a GP, like onto their production levels, and see what implement different measure that makes
Obviously.
sense. Let them pay not just a basic tax, but the more you earn, the more you pay.
Okay.
That would be fairer. Also, I think that sensibilizing and raising awareness is a big way because apart from taxing people, also need to educate the ones that are to come of what would be the consequences if they don't preserve the earth, and helping them also since they're young to think and to be innovative on ways that we can come up with on reducing such effects.
Thank you, thank you.
You're most
So
welcome.
the last question is: do you think that with ambition and resolution we're gonna succeed our mission?
Most definitely, most definitely.
Okay.
But instead of just saying ambition or resolution, I would say selfless ambition and revolution, because I can be ambitious to have something just for myself and I really don't care what happens to the rest of the planet.
Absolutely.
So I think that we need to put human back into the planet. Let us be more humanitarian. Let us know that the earth that we have today, we're just lending it. It's not ours. We have to preserve it and pass it on to other generations. That's what I think, yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Dis mon nom.
Bonjour,
Bonjour.
comment allez-vous?
Oui, ça va, merci.
Quel est votre nom?
Ça va beaucoup, Pegwende Mounira, Elodie. Je viens du Burkina Faso.
D'accord. Bienvenue au Maroc.
Merci.
Donc moi je suis vraiment intéressée à propos de la participation africaine à la COP et à la COI notamment. Et donc je voudrais vraiment savoir si la préservation de l'écosystème africain est vraiment bien entourée par rapport à ces responsables-là qui sont responsables vraiment de la COP. Parce qu'on sait que l'écosystème africain est riche en biotopes et en biocénose, donc sa préservation est vraiment primordiale. Donc quel est votre avis sur ça?
Bon, je pense que c'est une très bonne initiative, comme ce que tu l'as dit. Mais dans notre pays, il y a beaucoup de choses qui sont faites dans ce sens-là. Que ce soit sur l'agriculture, la pollution, tout. Il y a même un ministère de l'Environnement. C'est pour dire que nous sommes vraiment impliqués. Nous cherchons des trucs éco-citoyens, nous cherchons à atteindre vers l'assainissement écologique, la collecte, le traitement et la valorisation de ces déchets. Et pour la pollution, nous cherchons des solutions vraiment qui ne vont pas amener l'Afrique en arrière, mais plutôt développer la cité dans un bon sens. Et surtout économiser. Économiser parce que le fait de polluer et tout, ça détruit notre système, notre environnement et notre système écologique. Je crois que l'Afrique est vraiment consciente de ça. L'Afrique apporte un plus. Et je crois que c'est pour ça qu'il y a beaucoup de pays africains qui sont là et qui vont participer à la COP et qui vont amener aussi des solutions pour vraiment éradiquer ce
Et
phénomène.
c'est vraiment ce qu'on veut. Mais j'ai un point à aborder. On sait que les pays développés ont utilisé vraiment aveuglement leurs ressources pour arriver à ce développement-là, cette économie suprême, etc. Et quand ils sont arrivés à ce niveau-là, ils ont commencé à imposer à d'autres pays sous-développés, comme notamment plein de pays d'Afrique, ils ont commencé à leur imposer vraiment des instructions et des conditions strictes pour l'environnement. Pour vous, vous trouvez que c'est vraiment juste?
Je trouve vraiment que c'est pas juste. Mais comme on le dit, nous ne sommes pas en position de force parce que l'Afrique ne sommes pas aussi, nous n'avons pas beaucoup de ressources, on n'est pas autosuffisant. Chez nous, il y a beaucoup de gens qui n'ont pas à manger. Ça devient. Et s'il y a l'Europe qui vient, il y a d'autres qui viennent nous importer, c'est ça notre faiblesse. Mais je me dis que si on avait ces ressources-là, on avait vraiment de l'argent. Parce qu'il y a beaucoup d'idées, tu vois, il y a beaucoup de jeunes Africains qui sont là. Il y a beaucoup d'idées. Plusieurs personnes sont là, nous avons vraiment beaucoup d'idées, mais il manque un financement. Je crois que sinon on avait vraiment ce financement, on aurait pu développer un certain nombre de choses et atteindre vraiment vers l'autosuffisance et ne plus dépendre des pays européens. Et je crois que c'est le rêve de tous les pays africains, ne plus dépendre des autres pays. Et j'espère que notre jeunesse, la jeunesse d'Afrique, vous allez vraiment atteindre ça.
Merci. Je vous remercie pour votre...
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
I mean, you don't make a fake one, it's your real one, but you control who has access to your information. Okay? This is extremely important. I don't know if you know about Facebook. You ever heard of it? Yeah. Okay. You are the product on Facebook, as people are beginning to realize. You provide the content, you provide the relationships, you provide the photos, you're providing everything. And NSA is checking it all out, right? And they're using it, and that's only surveillance. Companies are buying your information from Facebook to sell, and they make a lot of money out of you. Not specifically you, but aggregated, it's a lot. And to sell you. It's a form of, exploitation, really. Now, with the blockchain, this company called Metaverse here, this one of our partners here, Metaverse, they are in the business of blockchain development and blockchain ID. So, and that's our project. The first part of our project is get people with blockchain IDs through our little thing here, and that blockchain ID is under your control. So as we develop this system, you will be able to say, well, you know, I have a medical problem, so I have to let the hospital and the doctor know, but I'm not going to let the, I don't know, drug company that's selling stuff know what my problem is, okay? So you check off the boxes of who has permission for your information and who doesn't. And I think a lot of people are going to say, well, all the rest of you shopping malls, no, you don't have my information. But the government is going to have your information, okay? The tax department and so on, they're going to want it, they're going to keep it. But otherwise, it's under your control. Question?
If I do something,
Yes.
like if I buy something at a shopping mall,
Yes.
is it recorded automatically through the system, or do I go home, log on, and then I record?
Well, I think, I can't answer exactly, but don't worry about you buying something at the shopping mall has absolutely nothing to do with your private identity until you let them in.
So I decide.
You decide, and that's the point of this whole thing, is that we need to take back our power over ourselves and our identities, not because we're going to be, you know, powerful or anything, or against anybody. It's really, you know, it's really that you belong to you.
It's our right.
And so the next part of it is now let's call it the financial part, but it's not actually money. The next part of it is this SDG token. What we want to do first is get people on the system. So that's a blockchain ID. Once you have a blockchain ID, what we will begin to do is give you tasks to do, okay? Some of the tasks are very straightforward. Every Wednesday, here we go, LCP, the low carbon panda here is blocking it. Okay, every Wednesday we ask people to do 3 things. Okay, this is a universal, everywhere in the world project. Okay, I'm sorry it's in Chinese, but that's because I live in China. Okay, but here I have a poster being made today. It's in Arabic, so wait till tomorrow. We got an Arabic one coming out. All right, but it's the same message. Every Wednesday, in China it's called 3-day, 星期三, 3-day. Every 3-day we ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, smile. Smile and make other people happy. How do you feel when you make other people happy?
I feel good.
Good, you're normal. You're a normal person. Okay, as a normal person, when you make other people happy, you feel good.
Let's do it.
So you guys are from Indonesia, right?
Yes, from Bali.
So I want to know, is it your family a national program in your country that inspired you and helped you to come to Morocco?
I guess it was because we attended the Koi and Cup last year that we wanted to do it again this year because we thought the networking was really good last year, and it was just a really amazing platform to see so many youths doing the same thing as us, you know, and fighting for what they believe in. And it was just a really nice energy to be in. So we decided to come again this year.
I just want to know if your expectations towards Morocco agree with what we found actually.
So it's actually our first time. Is it okay, the music in the back?
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So it's actually our first time here in Morocco, first time in Africa, and we really like it. I thought it was going to be very intense with all the colors, and the people here are really friendly, really motivated. The young people that we've met here are just as motivated, just as ready to bring change. So I think, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we all know that developed countries boosted their economy by using blindly the natural resources, but when they arrived at the forefront of the development, they just began to impose to sub-developed country some instructions. So what's your opinion about that? Is it fair or unfair?
Okay, could you say that one more time?
We all know that developed countries used blindly their resources to reach a high level of economy, but when they reached this level, they just began to impose it to other sub-developed countries. Is it fair?
It's difficult to say because a lot of the times, you know, we're entering this consumeristic mindset, and you know, I don't think that's not the way that we should go. We should go back to the roots of, you know, give more than you take because this is all that we need. Because this is give more than you take because this is all we've got. And I think the developed countries, it worked for them in their time when they were developing. but just now we're in such a different time than when they build up their country that I don't think it is really fair to impose the same instructions than they did maybe 50 years ago, right? We should be guiding the developing countries into the greener path and not the consumeristic, capitalistic mindset that the developed countries have taken.
Nous sommes un réseau alternatif des jeunes, Rage Tunisie, une association des jeunes tunisiennes. On travaille sur 3 axes, les politiques jeunes, les droits économiques et sociaux et l'axe environnement et climat. Alors je peux vous montrer un peu de nos activités dans cette thématique-là. On a ce projet-là, c'était un programme d'échange avec des jeunes italiens, tunisiens et italiens, Méditerranée partagée, citoyenneté active pour l'environnement. Il s'est déroulé en février 2016. On avait le concours national de plaidoyer avec la participation en juillet 2016, avec la participation de 15 jeunes tunisiens où ils ont défendre des causes environnementales en Tunisie. Et après on a le forum méditerranéen Jeunesse Action Climat. Il s'est déroulé du 6 au 9 octobre dans une région du nord-ouest tunisien qui s'appelle Ain Sultan, avec la participation de 40 jeunes des différents pays de la Méditerranée. Et ce forum-là, pendant ce forum, on a discuté tout ce qui est lié au changement climatique, l'histoire des COP depuis le sommet de la Terre en Rio jusqu'à la COP 21, les plans d'atténuation, d'adaptation, la notion de justice climatique, le développement durable, les INDC. On a bien discuté l'INDC tunisien déjà. Et ce forum-là, il a abouti à 7 appels à Ain Sultan. Il contient les recommandations des jeunes participants. Et voilà, pendant cette COP, on va essayer de présenter cet appel, mobiliser des jeunes par rapport à cet appel. Et on va essayer de faire le plaidoyer de cet appel auprès des délégations officielles pour qu'il soit adapté par eux dans la zone 2. Parce qu'on a des personnes accréditées qui ont accès dans la zone 2.
Donc le Maroc est prêt à coopérer avec vous.
Quoi ?
Le Maroc est prêt à coopérer avec vous.
Est prêt
à coopérer avec vous?
À coopérer. Je sais pas. On a des partenaires marocains. On travaille déjà. On a eu des Marocains avec nous pendant le forum. On parlait de Maroc comme État ou bien la société civile. La société civile. Pour le moment, sur l'axe environnemental, on n'a pas de collaboration avec les associations marocaines, mais on veut bien collaborer avec les associations. Et j'espère bien que cette COI sera une opportunité pour nous pour découvrir les associations qui travaillent sur l'environnement au Maroc.
I mean, I'm just sitting right here, checking out this young lady right.
Thank you so much. And so you follow on Facebook, I forgot which day, but they're doing one day where they're trying to raise awareness and this Kids Cup.
Je n'avais sûrement pas tout compris à la spiritualité orientale.
Sometimes I ask the Lord why. Now I'm back again in my dreams, you are alive. I don't know reality or fiction. I guess you and the Lord guiding on my mission. Who am